it's your boy Z, and I feel fucking weird, guys. Oh my gosh. It's like I slept on the couch last night for the animals, man. So one of them didn't get jealous that she was coming to bed with me while the other animal had to sleep out somewhere else. So I sleep on the couch, and in the middle of the night, some wee hour in the morning, I don't really know why, but I get on the floor. I sleep on the floor next to the dog. And I wake up this morning about an hour ago. And this whole time, like, the muscles in my thighs and quads and upper legs won't get with the fucking program that I am awake right now. And they are like full of sleepy chemical fucking ticklish. Can't feel alive, man. My legs just feel like they're dying, man, because they're so tired. And the same with my stomach. My gut feels asleep still, or half fucking stuck, narcoleptic like, and even up through my spine. Every time I stretch, it feels like I just let out the biggest yawn, and fucking out throughout my whole body. It's just like when you haven't slept for 3 days and you finally yawn. That's what it feels like when I'm stretching my back, dude. Fucking, but my brain is like totally on a different fucking wavelength than my body, and it is just in terrible discomfort. No, and everything else is asleep, but it's like super duper awake but annoyed that everything hurts. There's no going back to sleep. It's just I gotta wait for my legs to fire up, man. I don't know why. I slept plenty last night, dude. I went to sleep around 10:30. I woke up around 6:45. 7:44 now. And I'm just punching myself in the thigh right now, trying to wake my legs up. That analogy about the yawn is spot on. Like, feels like my whole body just had the biggest fucking yawn, dude. Except for my brain. My brain is like on chemical caffeine, fucking nicotine overload. And my gut, dude, is so spastical, spascolined out, like from the left side, like down in like the large intestine, like the lower front, bottom of my torso feels like that yawn, and then all the way across my gut, my stomach, my torso, to the right upper, like right under the rib cage, up in the middle torso. Like there's two pressure points that just feel a fucking sleep, dude. In my gut. And obviously my spine and my neck. So my brain knows I'm awake. It ain't going back to sleep. It's just in a state of worry about fucking the rest of my body. I feel high simultaneously riding a high while simultaneously dragged low through what feels like a mud field. Yeah, that's what it feels like. I slept in a hogwash pond, fucking stall, man, with a pig. It feels like I slept out in a barn, dude. Sleeping on the floor fucking sucked. I don't want to do that ever again. I feel like I slept on concrete, dude. I woke up sleeping on concrete feeling better than this. For real. I I've passed out drunk in the middle of the winter, sleeping on a cold concrete parking deck, fucking no blanket, no pillow, just me lying down on the concrete, getting some rest, and getting up and starting walking in the morning, just go ahead and do that, and then no coffee, no cigarette, just knowing that I'm not going to be able to eat for a while actually feels better than I feel right now. Last night I was so anxious. So fucking anxious last night, once again. The anxiety come on at the park. There's his brother and his girlfriend. And they had a dog. And Tori goes sniffing them out. I noticed something on dog. It says service dog. Apparently that means the bro, the guy, the male, the white man with his white girlfriend and their German Shepherd service dog evidently struggles with a terrifying case of anxiety, because it got on me. I'm telling you, I can tell, motherfucker, when somebody's anxiety is out of fucking control and they can't help anything or do anything about it, and it just gets on anybody and everybody that comes in contact or comes close to that guy's universe. I used to be that guy, get my anxiety on people. And that's why I swore I'd help this guy, best I could from what I understood of the nature of the illness and just my own connections and my own mental handicap and mental strength of going into that ordeal as a champion of prayer and recovery. That's what triggered it, was from what I reckon, don't quote me on this, but I know assumptions can make an ass out of you and other people. I assume this guy had some kind of military experience that he got me back in the old pattern of horrifying hallucination, literal torture of the mind, getting so deeply exhausted in my lungs I can't breathe, and having visual imagery, just rowing the boat like I'm a Viking and we're exploring, going across the English Channel or whatever, the English Ocean there, for the first time in a thunderstorm, man. I feel like I'm just a wet, fucking rained on, fucking row the boat, fucking having audio hallucinations and video hallucinations, and men just can't handle the stress, just black out, fucking fall to sleep in the tip of the boat, and there's just man on man, fucking can't hang with the real dope rowing Ufkin guys that literally can't afford to take that coward way out. They gotta keep going for the sake of the whole mission. That's what I feel like at times, man. One of the crew that keeps going no matter what. I don't know, dude. I don't think I'd be the one to black out. I think I'd be the one to fucking just endure, and the next day, next day blues, right back up. And I'm gonna keep rolling that boat, dude. I'm gonna roll that boat until we make it to wherever it is we do warfare to get whatever we going to plunder for in the rowboat. And I'm gonna row, and then I'm gonna fight. And if I die, it's gonna be in battle. But I probably won't die in battle because I'm fucking smart. No, I don't put myself in extremely dangerous situations. Even on a battlefield, I would be an effective warrior for my side, but I wouldn't actually be in danger myself, as I'm strategic like that. That's just the natural order of things from holding on so long. You know the value of life, man. You don't easily afford a death from an enemy, man. You become hard to kill, and you've been through as much as I have. And right now, in extreme discomfort, I can tell a story that actually gets to the heart of a deeper reality within the human condition, that endurance spawns longevity, dude. If you can endure, nothing almost can end your checkmate in check and end game, man. Your end game's fucking to hang on as long as possible. And it's like unbeatable end game if you've endured the stress of ending your own game, multiplicity of past moments where you just had to ask Jesus for one more moment of peace, one more morning to wake up. Please, Jesus, let me just make it through the night. Let me just row the boat, and let me drink water. Let me not have that water come out of my nose and take my already gasping for air lungs and fill them with water and just make my brain overload from heavy breathing and water inhalation and just go night night. Let's not do that, dude. That's where I'm at this morning. My cat just got on my chest and oh, buddy, does that feel better? You know, he can actually share stuff with me from a heavenly realm as an animal. He can share positively charged ions, and it's actually waking up the negativity in my legs, man. My cat just sitting on my chest. It is, dude. But I wanted to forge an angel a little bit. I'm thinking about writing a chapter. I'm thinking about finishing up my book. There's like 5, 6 demonic creatures of hellfire that we need to get under the ground again. And there's a matter of a beastmaster who's on the fringes of society, on the fringes of angelic acceptance, on the fringes of turning to his flesh. And there's Michael, calm, brutally effective warrior, has a mortal chess game in check, I don't think his end game is as weak as. I mean, offensively, his end game is like a liken to a great white shark or a pack of great white sharks or a pack of tiger sharks or something smelling fresh harpoon or fresh hunted seal or something, man. Fresh hunted seal, fresh wounded seal, blood in the water. Well, Michael strongly encompasses as a leader the instinct of, I wouldn't say a wolf, but absolutely an apex um, human predator, man. Angelic predator. Pretty cool story to get into. I've been leaving it on for my cat Toby. When Tori and I go out for walks during the day, and I often find him in the captain's chair, listening to whatever I leave on for him. Played a little guitar yesterday. It's not really much going on up in my world. Just as I speak, I think I feel my legs warming up to the thought of we're actually really seriously not going to go back to sleep. We're going to get up. We had a few shots of gnarly coffee, and that should be enough to signal to the rest of the body that, hey, dummy, it's time to go to the program and take the dog for a walk or something, man. I got last night, me and Tori were so anxious, so cute. Went to the park, and we just get our anxiety fucking hell triggered. Fuck. Now I'm out here with this dog in this park, and I'm like fearing my own demise real bad. Taking hell for somebody else with another gentleman in my brain that's like encouraging me that, look, we gotta help, we gotta keep her on the boat for the brokenness within a man who's using a service dog, dude. We have to go into that sickness and injury of mind and spirit to lessen the load for another human being. Me and a righteous voice in my head teaming up and each taking a little bit of that shittiness and carrying that load for another human. And then me and Tori, we're making it, we're communicating, and I'm bending down and she's checking in with me every once in a while, and we're talking about which way we're going to move and how we're going to do what. I get the bright idea, you know what? To make sure Tori doesn't think that I'm bad or that she's bad, we're going to go to the Dollar Tree, dude. We're going to walk from the park to the dollar store, and we're going to pick her up some of her favorite bones, because we're about out. She has a little half a piece of chewed bone that I think she ate the rest of it last night. And as we approach the Dollar Tree, something strange happens. Mind you, we're anxious as God knows what, and we've been puffing on a little bud to help the anxiety, so if we ain't anxious, we're definitely feeling the effects of that. MJ, one or the other, we're not in our collective, clear, awake, alive, alert, enthusiastic state of mind. We're in an intensified fucking in the moment. It's way more. Everything just matters way more. It's more intense. Everything is. Last night when I go into the dollar store, and I take her in with me, and walk around the first corner, and there's like 10 kids, dude. Like ten, from kindergarten until 12th grade. They had a wrestling high school through kindergarten wrestling fiasco, fucking fantastic meetup right across the street from the dollar store. So the whole time there's wrestlers coming in and getting Gatorade and little carbs and shits after they wrestled so they can get their sugar. Like, god damn it, dude. I go and get the 3 dog treats, the 3 bones. I decide to get a 3. They're $1.25 each. And she really likes these bones. They're her favorite. So we go in. All these kids are like, "Oh, nice dog, nice dog. What a cute dog. What a baby." I'm just like, yeah, she's really cute, you know. And everything's so intense. And I'm just like, the fuck are so many people in the Dollar Tree for, man? On the one night, I'm like super duper paranoid and feared for my life. Like, the whole wrestling meetup is at the store. So I'm like, screw this, dude. I'm not gonna stand in line like with a dog and wait for like a whole big line of kindergarten through 12th grade wrestlers and their coaches and stuff. I don't want to deal with little kids like pulling on my dog's ear and like trying to do stuff to her, like with their little wrestler fucking, oh, I'm all that shit and fucking tougher than anything because I'm a 5-year-old wrestler. That's how the fucking they feel though, man. They get told they're awesome from the age of 5 until they either get hit with an alcohol problem or they find out that their job after wrestling in college, if they do, isn't no longer a game. It gets into real life eventually after you quit playing your little spandex and 3-minute round. A 3-minute round in real life is a phone call with your manager where you just get eaten out, fucking cooked on the grill, dude. Some little shitty, never did anything athletic but has the attitude of a doggone lieutenant, major, captain, general who don't know shit, and you're just like active sergeant taking orders from this officer of incompetent, and he's just grilling you, dude, and you can't talk back, you can't defend your actions in the fucking slightest. You just have to feel all of the toxicity that he's sending your way because of like somebody else's screw up. Man, that's what happens in the real world. Those are the 3 minutes that I guess they're trying to prepare themselves for, as those 3 minutes on the mat are necessarily difficult. At the same time, it's just different. It's different in the world and in the mind of a highly praised. My cat's going crazy on my arm. He's just attacking the shit out of it. Anyway, I'm not talking crap about the wrestlers. I was just kind of annoyed that they were in the dollar store. I had to put the treats away and go outside, and me and Tori just sat in the grass and waited for like a lot of them to come out. Finally, a bunch came out. A few more went back in, which sucked. Like as some of them were coming out, there was like more walking from me over. We thought that line would never end, and then we finally. I promised Tori. It was so cute, dude, because we were gonna walk home, and she just sits in the grass like, "Nah, we're getting these freaking bones, man. Like, no matter what, we're gonna get these." And once I finally made the purchase, she was like so cute, like nipping at the bag and jumping on me and nipping at my face and stuff. Just so happy to get these bones, and we're all anxious. And then we get home, and Toby, God bless his heart, he's like, "What the fuck?" He was just chilling. Me and Tori come home out of our minds. Pupils had to be like a diameter of a $1.50 or something. Just big old bloodshot eyes and large pupils from anxiety and Mary J. Anyway, dude, that's what it's about. You gotta face up to that persecution. Even in coexistence with another sufferer, sometimes we have to take it bloody battle for our comrade. Sometimes we gotta row the boat, guys. Don't black out rowing the boat. Do your due diligence. Be part of the crew that doesn't give up, doesn't have a broken body, and you have got to be the one of the uncommon ones among the uncommon motherfucking soldiers that has what it takes to come through and get the ship rowed to the place where it intends to go. You gotta make it there. You have to make it across the sea sometimes, and you can't just shrink on your responsibilities in the middle of the doggone plundering season epic. You can't, you gotta stay awake. Sometimes you have to have what it takes. And if you don't,